Hello everyone, welcome back to Bobby and Cici, and I am very excited today because I have something that has been highly anticipated and I have been looking forward to for probably the last 2-3 weeks since it was announced. We have Miss One Size here. It's just the palette today because we have some plans for some of the other products a little later, but is she not just stunning? Like stunning. So if you don't know what One Size is Patrick Starr's brand new brand. It is currently exclusive to Sephora, and I had to get it when we got it in store because I thought it was adorable. So with that being said, if you would like to continue watching, please subscribe, like, and comment your favorite release from the first collection. So, first thoughts are, I love rose gold, and this is all rose gold, and look at it, it's rose gold. Yes. The other comment, so if you can see, the palette on both sides is asymmetric, like they don't line up, so it's not an actual like rectangle like most palettes are. It has these weird flippity flaps so that you can open it easier. For you people who have nails, bless your souls, I could not function to save my life, but it's for you. So it's easy to open because Patrick has long nails like that. The other really cute detail about this palette that I don't know if you're going to be able to see, I'll open it so you can at least see the color story. I don't think I even opened it for you yet. So this is the color story. It's very neutral, and I appreciate because there are actual neutrals that are neutral, not just warm like a lot of neutral palettes are nowadays. There's some actual neutrals up in here. But you also got your pops of color, which I will be diving into because I have seen absolutely no one use this blue yet, and it is going on my eyeball. I don't care. But the other cute thing, which is the thing I don't think you're going to be able to see, in the green, the black, and this soft serve shade, it's Patrick's face as emojis, and in some of them he's wearing like a turban, and then in the other one it's just like his bald little head. I thought that was like the cutest detail ever. But yes, so this is going to be our video today. I think I'm going to do just the same eye look. We'll see. We'll see if I want to get fancy and do one eye and then the other eye, since there's a couple color stories in here. Without further ado, we're going to zoom you in closer so you can actually see my eyeballs. I have just primed my eyelids. I'm using a primer that I use all the time. That way it's not skewing the colors and everything of this palette. It is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm also going to hold this eyeshadow palette up one more time. It is the Visionary eyeshadow palette, by the way. I did not say the name, but here she is in all of her glory. You can hopefully see the little things I was talking about now. But it is so, so, so pretty. I really like it. A lot of people I know were not super happy that it's pretty neutral, but if you've watched Patrick before, these are like his colors. Like, this is what he wears, and I wouldn't expect him to come out with anything that is not what he would wear, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point in coming out with your brand if it's not stuff that you're truly going to use on yourself? With that being said, I do want to use mainly the olives and like blues in this palette, so I'm probably going to stay heavy-handed on that side over there. I am, however, going to start with taupe. Oh, it's taupe of my game, not top of my game. That's cute. These are really clever names. So, taupe of my game, which is this guy. And I think we're going to do a halo eye because I haven't done one of those yet. I wore one in a video, but I haven't actually like done one on camera. So we're gonna put this guy in the crease. This is a lot softer of a color than I expected it to be, which is good. I didn't want it to be super dark since it is just going in the crease. And it also is, it lives up to its name. It's very taupey. I will say as well, dipping into the pan, you can kind of see there's a little bit of that fallout in there. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Some people care. I just thought I'd say it if you are one of those people, but it doesn't bother me. As long as it goes on my eyeball, okay, I'm pretty fine with it. All right. So after that, I think I'm going to go in to the shade Suede Charm. It's like this mustardy tone right up here to add a little bit of warmth before we go into the green. Because I'm afraid to put the green on that taupe and then it just turned like gray or something weird. So this, I'm going to focus more on the outer and inner corner to add that warmth. Yeah, these are very pretty. They blend nice and easy too. I'm gonna grab a slightly smaller brush here too because I'm having a hard time getting in the inner corner with that gigantic dude. And again, this one has quite a bit of kick up too. So be mindful if that's like something that you absolutely hate in palettes. Maybe this is not the one for you. Yeah, those blended really beautifully together. It looks really nice. So now I'm gonna go in with a denser brush here to really get into that green shade. So that one is Matcha right down here. This is the Olive It, which is the shimmery guy, and this blue, which is Blue Mondu. I think that's French and I don't know how to say that, so I will be corrected later if that was wrong. Are my favorite colors in this palette. Okay. Oh god, that's dark. Ooh, she dark. That's good though. It'll build that depth that I want. Sorry, I'm destroying your face, Patrick. Oh, she's dark, but she's cute. Like, she's cute. Like, she creates that depth. But it's still green, you know? Like, a lot of shades I find that, like, get really intense in their pigmentation. They tend to almost look more of, like, a brown or a black, like, blackened version, where this one still looks like it's green. So that is wonderful. Because that would suck if it's not, like, super green and you were expecting it to be super green. I'm just blending out with a fluffier brush here. Oh, she is pigmented and does not like to move once you set her down. Okay, noted. We're just gonna dip into more of the Suede Charm, which is that kind of muted mustard, to hopefully blend it out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna go in the inner corner with this green guy. Yeah, my one gripe with this green is, like, once you get it on there, she does not like to move, like, at all. And I am, like, going in here with a couple different brushes to see if I can get it to move. So I think what we're gonna have to do is potentially, I'm gonna go in with Booked, which is a little bit more of a mid-tone color as opposed to those lighter colors, and see if I can maybe blend it out that way. And, like, get rid of some of that harshness. It kind of worked, kind of didn't work. Okay, so what I'm noticing is just be mindful of the green, because I am trying to blend it and she doesn't really want to blend that great, so. Again, I'm trying to go back out and soften it, but I think that's as soft as it's getting. Now what I'm gonna do is go into Olive It, which is the sparkly green with my finger. We're gonna put that on the center. Ooh, she's cute, she's cute. I love it. I love olive green, man. Olive green is so cute. And I think what I'm gonna do is put majority of it on with my finger and then take like a tiny baby brush, pick up some of that again and like detail put it where I want it, because I'm going to try to cover this line that we accidentally created, since this color doesn't like to move. That's cute. Same with that same bullet brush, I'm going to go into Turban. Oh, that's cute. Turban Legend. That's the black right here. And I'm really just going to deepen the outer corner and the inner corner. I really hope this isn't like some really insane black. Oh no, okay. It's like a softer black, which I appreciate. Sometimes like really, really dark blacks are just too much, but you also don't want it to look like gray either. But just to add that little bit of depth in there. I'm trying to think of something to compare these eyeshadows to, like, formulation-wise. But honestly, I can't really think of any. Maybe Anastasia, like, but not the Norvina palettes, like the regular Anastasia, like the Modern Renaissance formula. Kind of gives me that vibe because it does kick up quite a bit of product. But other than that, it's a pretty solid formula, minus that green. And I do have a little bit of fallout. You probably can't see it, but there is a bit of fallout. It looks specifically like it's from the green shade, so I'm wondering if that one's just like a little rough. You can move it away pretty easily though, so not a big deal. Okay, on the lower lash line, we are going to go in with Suede Charm again, which was that mustardy color. And then I'm going to go in with Matcha, the green, on the very outside. And then a little bit of the black as well. She's cute. I wish I had the eye toppers. He came out with these things called eye poppers, which are super cute. And there's a shade, I think it's Continental, that's a green that would look so pretty over this Olivet shade. I think I might also pop on just over top of that to give a little bit more dimension with the sparkle. This guy, Title Holder. It's like the gold. Just in the very center. So we can try her out, see how she is. I will say it's a little bit more, it's a different formula than the other shimmer. Doesn't grab as much as when you like pick it up on your finger. It's still really pretty though. It just adds that nice little bit of brightness to the center. Awesome. Okay, so let's do different colors on the other eye because there's still like several other colors I didn't use. And I want to get the most out of this. So I think we're gonna go with something a little bit warmer and do a pop of blue on the other eye. So I'm gonna go just straight into Booked. For the crease on this side. Oh, she's dark. That was a mistake. Mistakes were made, but it's on my eye now, so we're gonna deal with it. Fun times. Let me grab, this brush. And I'm also going to put Booked in the outer corner. This eye is going to be a little bit more winged out. Not like terribly, because I don't like to do a lot of winged out looks. But we'll do it a little bit, just for something a little different. Which is good. because then if you need to go with a lighter hand, it's almost like having two different colors, a lighter version and a darker version. So that's really nice and workable, especially on deeper skin tones as well. That's nice that it can build up to that depth because you get more use out of that color then. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Brownie. That's the dark brown right here. We're gonna deepen up that outer corner a little bit. Oh, she's also dark. Jeez. Noted. Yeah, all of these shades perform very similarly, which is good, so there's a lot of consistency. They just all go so dark. Which I watched Nikki's tutorials video on this too, and she was having that same problem. And I primed with like a legitimate eye primer. She primed with a concealer, which has a different texture than a lot of eye primers, and she was having that same problem. So even if you use concealers to set your eyelid, be mindful of that too, that it'll probably pick up a lot darker than you think it will. That's cute, I like that. Okay. We are now going to go in to everything. It's like a rosy copper almost. And put that on the lid. Very, 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 very pretty actually. Let me grab a tiny baby brush again. We'll get some in the inner corner that I can't reach because my fingers are fat. That's a very, very pretty color. That would be something I would wear a lot. And then I think we'll just go into Walnut Strut too. That's the guy right below it. A little bit more bronzy. I'll pop some of that on there because why not? And that one's cute too. Cute. Okay, so on this lower lash line, I am going to put the blue. Even though blue doesn't match any of this at all, but I don't care because I want to try it. And with the blue, it has like a you're not gonna be able to see it, I don't think. It has like sparkles in it, like a semi-shimmer. I don't know if that's to like be able to make it move easier. I know that a lot of brands do that where they add and make it more like a satin so that things move a little bit easier, especially in brighter colors. But I don't know if that's the case here. Okay, so what I'm noticing with the blue, it's not as vibrant on the eye as it is in the pan. So you're probably not going to get as much payoff as you were expecting, but it's still really pretty. It's just not like as vibranty blue as I imagined it would be. Yeah, I think that's probably my least favorite shade so far is this blue color. Just because it almost has like, it's like patching off in certain areas almost as I go to blend it, which is not my favorite thing ever. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I will say though, none of the shades on this eye had fallout, so I imagine it was probably the green that was having the fallout on the other eye. Okay, so let's take a look. It's cute. I will say my least favorite so far are the blue, and I like the green and I want to like the green more, except for that it doesn't blend well, which sucks. Otherwise, the rest of the shades are beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step off camera, put on some liner and mascara, and then we will kind of round up some final thoughts on this guy. We are back, all zoomed back out again to give some final thoughts. Obviously, I look kind of crazy because we got one completely different eye than the other side. I will say, going into this palette, I was really, really excited, and I am actually still excited about like 3/4 of it. I love this color story. I know I'm going to use a lot of this. I'm hoping I can find a better way to use matcha, because that was the one that I'm the most really disappointed about, was this green. Because the color and the payoff of the color is beautiful, but it doesn't blend great, and I don't know if that was just maybe my blending style that wasn't working well with it. I'll have to play around with it a little more to let you know. But upon first impression, payoff is great, but the actual blend ability of the green, not so great. And it's also the one shade, as I was going back to look when I was putting on my eyeliner and everything, that left fallout, because only this eye had fallout, which was the one that had the green shade on it. As for the blue, that is the other one where I'm not super impressed by it. I'll have to use it again to really get a grasp on if it works well on the top as well. Like maybe it just doesn't work great for an under eye situation, but I'm not positive. I was just really looking forward to this being like a really vibrant, bright blue. And while it is still like a pretty blue, it's not, it doesn't have the color intensity I thought it was going to, like a lot of the other mattes, which are actually my favorite part of this whole palette. Like the mattes worked so great, and I used a good at least half, if not 3/4 of this palette today. And I used almost every single one of the mattes, I believe. Except for Mango. I didn't use Mango in this really light one because I don't tend to use the light shades in palettes like these. But with that being said, matte, gorgeous, minus those two. The shimmers are also really pretty. I'm interested to play around with Rebel Gray because it looks like a really pretty, like, purple, blue, silver. Like, it has a duochrome almost to it, so I'm excited to play with that guy a little more. Otherwise, standard shimmer formula, it's not anything over the top. It's very natural. So if you are one of those people looking for a shimmer that is, like, bam in your face, it's not that sort of shimmer. It's nice and subtle for, like, someone who's an everyday, like, I'm a nurse, I ain't got time to put on glitter. Like, that's the type of, like, shimmer vibe this gives me. Overall, do I like the palette? Yes, it is $42. Do I think it's worth $42? I do, if you know you are wanting just a nice neutral palette that you can really get a lot of use out of. If you don't buy a lot of palettes and only really want a pop of color on occasion, it's great because it does give you the option to play around with that, but it's mainly for an everyday sort of vibe. So if you aren't a very regular makeup wearer and just want to invest in one palette, this is a nice one. Do I believe that it is one size fits all as marketed? After using this, I can say all the mattes go a lot darker than I assumed they were going to. So I'll have to have Noah play around with this because he is very deep complected, and I'll maybe see if I can put his thoughts about how this wore on him in the description below. But as for like me and probably to the tan to medium group, most of these shades should work on you for like how they're intended to work. So I feel like it definitely will work for a variety of skin tones, but I will see if I can get him to use it so we can get his opinion as well. With that being said, I'm really excited. We have some other videos coming up with the other one size things, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe so you get notified. And also like if you enjoyed this, and comment about, like I said earlier, what your favorite one size like part of the launch was. Okay, bye everyone.